Good morning, everybody. This is Jon McFarlane. It's Monday, the 8th of June, and this is the Three Little Pigs swing trading strategy and no indicators trend trading strategy in the live markets. As usual, I'll revert back to going through the Three Little Pigs first. So, over here on Aussie dollar, this was a short trade. We took some profits down here. We subsequently had a few false signals, so we had a losing trade here, one here, and again another one here. So we've given back a little bit of the profits we made at the end of May, but nonetheless we still keep taking these signals. Chopped out here, so basically short from here now and looking for more downside on Aussie dollar. If you're not in this trade at the moment, obviously you can get in at a slightly better price than the entry, which was here. So entry here, you reduce your risk a little bit from where we originally entered. Euro GBP, basically the weekly's down here, we can see, and the daily and the 4-hour are up. So what we need first is for the just waiting here for my chart to update. What we need here is for the daily to roll over to the downside, and then we'll get a signal on the 4-hour. So unlikely that we'll get a signal here on the long side because the weekly's got so much so far below the moving average. So only looking for short trades here. So we need Euro GBP to roll over in order to get a signal here. Euro JPY, we took an entry here, and obviously you'd be chasing this trade now if you took the entry. So our entry was here. If you're trading this as taught on the 1-on-1, you've got a stop loss slightly in the money here, so no risk here on this trade, and we look for upside on Euro JPY. Euro USD, we can see here that we've got the we were in a trade this morning, and basically we've been taken out here. Maybe you haven't yet, but highly likely that you have been taken out, or you will be taken out quite shortly. So short trade here, taken out, and what we're doing now is just waiting for a new signal to the downside. Could come when this candle closes, if it closes below the moving average. Else we'll just wait for the next candle to close below and take the next short trade. Cable, looks like we're going to get stopped out here as well. So in a trade here from Friday, and basically if you're not in this trade, you could jump in now for sure and have a very tight stop, or alternatively you can wait for a new signal here to the downside. So you can get in at a much better entry, obviously, and just have a very tight stop. If you get stopped at, then you can just, of course, wait for the next signal. USD CAD, we had a really nice trade from here up to around here. I think it was about 4 or 5 times the initial risk, the return on this. I can't remember exactly. We then had a losing trade from this entry. And from this entry, we got stopped out on this candle. So basically waiting now for a new trade to the long side on USD CAD. And if we do, hopefully we'll see a nice run like we've seen in the end of May. USD Swiss, it's quite choppy here. The reason is that the weekly, which is a mess because of the Swiss National Bank decision here. So basically we're just trailing along this weekly moving average here. So quite frustrating, quite a strange place to be in. And when you see the weekly changing so often like this is on our indicator, it does mean that the market's kind of around that moving average on the weekly time frame, and we're waiting to see which way the strength's going to come. So getting chopped in here a little bit, so not making much money on USD Swiss, but it's being made up for in the other markets that we're trading. And some of you aren't even trading USD Swiss. All trades I'm taking here, I'm taking on half risk still, just because that weekly chart's such a mess, and I'm not completely sure I should even be trading it, but half stakes just in case something spectacular happens, and if it does, then at least I'm involved a little bit. USD JPY, this is the trade. This is the trade of the month, really, from, well, the trade of the last few weeks. Made a really nice profit here, about 20 times our initial risk. And since then, we've had, you know, a couple of false entries, given a little bit back. But we've been back in this trade since this candle here. So our stop's in the money. Expect this retracement. So we've still got something like 60, 70 pips to our stop at this present level. So basically, a stop is we're not going to lose any money here. So hopefully we see a small retracement, and then we can see USD JPY shoot back up and break this high, and we'll make even more money. Gold, not something I trade, as you all know by now. But basically, if you do, you've probably gotten in on this candle here, maybe stopped out and back in here. So probably got an in the money stop here, looking for further weakness on gold. This is just this is my this is the free indicator now that you get with the price action trading course, Nigel's video course. Basically, it tells you if there's any particularly strong reversal signals on the monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes, and you can change these to be daily, weekly, daily, 4 hour and 1 hour if you wish to look out for these strong reversals, long wicks, and the 2 candle reversals that Nigel looks for. So we can see here there's a strong reversal on the monthly chart on the USD CAD, and on the weekly there's a long wick, which is a bullish candle. So a little bit of a mixed signal, a little bit mixed here on Aussie dollar, but it does all of the instruments. We can see here on the daily time frame from the FTSE that there was a long wick reversal. Let me just see if I can just I'll just quickly open a chart and see if we can see that. So I know I digress, but some of you I'm sure will be at least interested. So here's the daily time frame, and this will be the long wick to which long wick reversal on the daily to which the indicator is referring. And just so we can see the monthly Euro Swiss, we'll just have a quick look at the monthly and see if we can see that in action as well. Euro Swiss, and here we are, and flick over to the monthly. And was it Euro Swiss on the monthly? No, it wasn't. What am I looking at? Euro Swiss on the monthly. This is the long wick, it looks like. I think it's referring to this previous month. I'm not sure, I would need to check that. But basically, it points out all of these reversals. Maybe I need a refresh. Not sure why that's showing. Need to look at that. But yeah, this indicator is basically just a template. You put it on, you can refresh it whenever you want, and it will show you the potential reversal signals in the market on the higher time frames. And onto no indicators, and a few changes here which I put out in the weekly update. So we were long from here. We had a stop loss here. We reduced our initial risk by about 60% or something at this level. So small loss here taken in on the short side, and basically I'm looking for this low to be broken, and then I can take my initial stop, which is just up here, and I can take it down and almost to break even. So hopefully see weakness here this week, break this low, and then I can move my stop loss down and reduce the risk on that trade. Euro USD, we had a stop loss here, and it wasn't break even, but it wasn't far off. So again, a small loss. We took a long position here, the stop loss down here. If you're not involved in this, obviously you can get back, you can get in the market here at this price with a reduced risk to the entry that I took, and keep your stop loss down here until we see this high broken. And Euro JPY, last but not least, this isn't a really great price action here, but with this level here being the high that was broken to get us into the long trade, and this pullback is basically a very similar level to this high. So I'm seeing this as, you know, previous resistance becomes supports, which it kind of did. So I've moved my stop up just to be slightly in the money here, and if the bears can push down through this low, then I'm going to be happy to be taking a short position with a stop loss up here. So risk-free trade in the money, and I've moved it up there. Not really because of this great price action. It is a high, and we've seen the higher high broken. Just that this is quite a significant level here, 137. So I'm happy that the bulls are the bulls have lost control if that low's broken, and I'll take a short trade. And on that note, thanks very much for joining me and for listening. Any comments, just leave them below on the YouTube video, and I wish all the very best to all of you. Thank you very much.